Hi everyone, it's Rosalie here, and Millie is joining us as well. And welcome to this yoga series for complete beginners. Today we're looking at downward facing dog. This is a pose you'll do over and over again in a yoga class. Millie doesn't like it, so she's leaving. It's really your chance to wipe the slate clean. I want you to think of downward facing dog as a chance to set the reset button. Wipe the slate clean and start afresh. But it's also a strengthening pose. So don't come into a downward facing dog and just hang out there. It's not a child's pose, it's really a strengthening pose. So we're gonna get right into it, coming onto our hands and knees. So once you're here, have a quick peek at your knees. Make sure they're about hip-width distance apart. And I want you to bring your hands slightly forward of your shoulders so your wrists aren't directly underneath your shoulders. This tends to be what works best for most people. Now from here, the first thing to do is really look at your fingers. Spread your fingers wide and really press the palms into the mat. Now really start to draw the belly button in towards the spine. From here, tuck your toes behind you. Press the palms so much into the mat that the hips start to shift up and back. Keep your knees really nice and bent. See if you can bring your chest a little bit closer towards the tops of your thighs. And press the palms into the mat. So think about having really nice long arms. Now start to shift your weight into with one heel, pressing the heel down towards the mat, and then the other heel. So you're just pedaling out through your legs. Now, it does not matter if your heels don't touch, but have that intention of sending the heels down. Let's see if we can send both heels down. If this isn't working for you, if your hamstrings are a little bit tight, have a little bend here through your knees. Think of the letter V, an upside down letter V. That is a shape you're creating with your body. So you have a long line of energy from your wrists all the way up to your hips, from your hips all the way down to your heels. Engage your legs. That means see if you can draw the kneecaps up and really press the palms into the mat. See if you can evenly distribute the weight and really make sure you're pressing the fingers. Think about pressing the knuckles down into the mat. Okay, see if you can spread the shoulder blades. The belly button is still coming in towards the spine. Let's take one big breath here. And exhale. One more time, big inhale. And exhale. Great. Let's bend the knees and meet back in a seated position. So how was that downward facing dog for you? How was it, Millie? Now, just a few things to avoid in this pose. The first thing is make sure that you're not rounding through your upper back. Remember, you want a really nice straight line of energy from the wrists to the hips. If you're rounding your back, chances are that you're a little bit tight through the hamstrings. In this case, just bend your knees. Think about that letter V. The second thing I want to make sure you're not doing is having lazy hands. So make sure your hands aren't just hanging out on the yoga mat. Spread the fingers wide, put lots of energy all the way into the fingertips. Press the palms into the mat and just distribute the weight evenly. Make sure you're not dumping all the weight into the wrists. The third thing that I sometimes see students doing is having too wide of a stance. If you have this, chances are, again, it might be a little bit tight through your hamstrings. So walk your feet in slightly and make sure you bend your knees. Well, thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope that was helpful. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the little bell to be notified every single time I post a new video. And I'll see you in the next class. Now, I'd love to see your pose. Snap a picture of yourself if you can and post it on Instagram and tag me at Rosie Yogi so I can see how you did in your pose.